his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. They got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
Guys, let's take a second here and talk Delaware. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know,
makes a grab on the shot. Oh, he's got some space. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
Well, you love to see this offensively. On the first drive of the game, your quarterback taking a shot down the middle of the defense, finding a guy for a big play.
Holds and fires complete to the right. And just a short, safe pass play they pick up a few. And now it's second down for this offense. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Headed to the end zone, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Delaware!
and every team has their script, and they want to get the game off on this foot, and they want to make sure that they have balance and get these plays in and assert the line of scrimmage. Run the football, and they do. They create the explosive run, and they open this football game with a touchdown.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Liberty's offense will have its first possession of the game. And it was a collection of highlight reel plays time after time last week. He'd love to do that again.
Oh, there's no doubt. He showed you he's capable. He showed you the big play ability, and he can make those big plays for this offense. And I think the offense is going to continue to look for him. Like, he is that guy outside that they can trust. Interesting to see, Jesse, the wrinkles off of the way they used him, and if he's going to continue to be the focal point of this offense.
I think he should continue to be the focal point, but I do think they have to move him around. You got to show some different looks, some different formations, get him in motion.
Running room in the middle. 30. Running inside the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Liberty.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
Now on first down from the 30. Use the play fake, now to throw. Firing to the right, complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Line gets set, first down. Hands it off. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. Line to set on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Boyd. They get to him as he throws. He got it out to the 34-yard line. Not enough for the 1st down. Let's see if they punt it away. And the Blue Hens will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. Under fire. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll leave it with him. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The Flames will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll boot it into the night sky for the 1st time. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Quickly complete. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. The Blue Hens in a good spot here with 2nd and short. He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pit.
Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
An ill-advised play by that defender as he makes contact with the quarterback well after the throw, and it'll cost his defense. The give to the back. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. And the Blue Hens have it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Boyd. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. The Blue Hens are marching down the field. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Delaware. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Gets it past the marker. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They send the tight end in motion. Rides the back and leaves it.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
that left side now. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Bully ball on 3rd and short. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've come to the end of the period. It's Delaware holding the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Working that left side. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone first and breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. It's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. This quarterback has been locked in. He's been turnover-free. They're moving the ball up and down the field. A really mature performance. Tackled at the 25, but they get out of jail with a 15-yard pickup. Wants to throw. It's Boyd. Under fire. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Right on the money. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the middle. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Trying play action. Working the big fella to the corner. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. And the Blue Hens have it with a 1st and 10. Pulls it in. Hard running there. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They go to the ground. There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Blue Hens pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. He's got it on the move. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Hens. And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
They'll line up for a second down play. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, the offense is penalized.
False start, offense.
Just can't lose focus like that. You got to know the snap count. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off-play action on first down. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's King. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19. They keep count of their number of explosive plays, and that last one has them set up 1st and 10 at the 19. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Holding. Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. They put themselves in a hole to start. It's 1st and 20. Back to pass. It's Reed. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built the lead.
Blasted as he lets it go. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. He's moving out of the pocket. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect their quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect their quarterback a little bit better.
That is no good. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal, miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Lost one deep down the right side. And the ball will be grabbed at the 30-yard line. They make the stop, but a big pickup thanks to the big arm from this senior quarterback. Quarterback on the keeper.
And that's exactly what the defense wants you to do. Go east-west, and the quarterback gets strung out, doesn't pull the trigger and really make a decision. You'd like to see him stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, get more of a plus yardage on this play. Nice job by the defense.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. And the Blue Hens will line it up on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Boyd. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Delaware. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Interesting to see the ripple effects after this one in the SEC today, fellas. Texas A&M packed a wallop today, and in many ways it felt like it packed the 12th man with them, too. This was supposed to be a road test, and instead it felt like a walk through the park in College Station. An SEC clash and an impressive...
Turning it on! A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. And the Flames want to crank the tempo. To the air on first down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's caught inside the 20. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A play has them in business. 1st and 10 inside the 20. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Handoff from the gun. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
The defense is going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. To the air, it's Kinsey. Buying some time. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. You have to wonder, after missing a field goal on the last drive, how are they going to play this 3rd down? From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
After that incompletion, it's now 4th and short in the red zone. Decision time if you're the head coach. Just take the field goal, or do you keep your offense on the field looking to get 6?
We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. A long way to go on 4th and goal. Gonna run it. It's Addison. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. The Blue Hens backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on 1st down. Leaves it with the running back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe.
Oh, he's got some space.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Line getting set on 2nd down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Pressure coming. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25.
Well, this quarterback's already taken a couple shots from the pocket, and there's another one right there that affected his accuracy on that throw.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A memorable first half of football so far today in Lynchburg. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. 2 workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock. behind offensive lines who look less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound, call it pin and pummel. Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at the Bill Arthur L. Williams Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Blue Hens will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. The Flames have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Finding open areas. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. It's complete to the right. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the 1st down at the 30.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And the Flames back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Finds his man. It's King. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
The Flames have it with a 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Zings it complete to the right. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Now on 2nd and goal. Dropping back, it's Kinsey. Oh, they're after him. Touchdown, play. Fit it in the window for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. Their lead down to 2 touchdowns as they go back to work on this drive. And he runs into a wall, maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. So now it's 2nd and long. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Trying to tackle this guy's a business decision as he gets it up to the 29. The Blue Hens come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He'll keep it on the sneak. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking to throw on 1st down. Bringing the heat. Takes a hit as he fires. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Out of the gun, the inside give. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Fires to the big fella.
And you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time. Now, it used to just be in the red zone. Now, You just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far. And if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. To throw, it's Kinsey. Here comes the heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Rushes on him. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. And the Flames line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the returner will be brought down. And now this offense will take the field again. Off the play fake on first down. Got his man down the middle. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They'll run play action. Quarterback moving. Breaks into the open.
This has been a real fun game to call, guys, because we've got two quarterbacks that are getting it done on the ground. Both of these guys have had tremendous success. That time the defense wasn't in position. They weren't able to rally to him early enough, and you kind of get the feeling moving forward, whichever defense figures out the other running quarterback first, that's probably the team that wins.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Here's the pressure. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Touchdown, Blue Hens! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. That's his third touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Might be looking to run. He's going to take off. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work.
Man, that's why these quarterbacks are just so hard to defend. It's a pass play. He drops back, first down. Got to play the whole field up, scrambles around, runs for a first down, new set of downs, new set of problems.
They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. The Flames are in the hurry-up.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
All right, you dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
He's got it inside the 25. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold.
Some penalties hurt a little bit more or a lot more than other ones. That one wipes out a huge game. Offense gets set for second down. To the air, it's Kinsey. Pocket breaking down. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. And the Flames come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
Got it. Easy.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
Okay,
Got
ready?
3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7.
325.
Now the play fake. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. After swapping into the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. A strike downfield. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. And the Blue Hens come to the line with a new set of downs. It's complete to the left. Touchdown, Delaware! And they take it in for 6 more points. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, rivalry game in the SEC. Of course, that's almost redundant in that league, but check this out. Tennessee opened up a can, and how many times can you say you went into someone else's building and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today, and the rest of college football should take notice. Always interesting to see good SEC teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Here's a heat. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over, like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few first downs and make something positive happen.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Gets the back moving. Wants to keep it in the air. Throws to the wideout. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
It's a turnover on downs. Pound 55 weak.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Just feeds the running back. There he goes. Runs through the tackle. Down to the 32 and out of bounds right there. With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. The Blue Hens now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. He'll keep it himself. Across the 25, he's got room. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. He'll do it himself. Got enough space. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. They use those back-to-back explosives to set him up first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Delaware. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking for a man. It's Kinsey. He makes the grab. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying.
Turning it on! They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. The Flames in the hurry-up.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down. And they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
And the pass is incomplete, but there is a penalty flag. Did they get the receiver for a push-off?
You don't see offensive pass interference called very often, so usually you know it's pretty blatant. It's pretty obvious. It's a severe push-off, or obviously trying to break up a play so you don't give up a pick, but clear offensive pass interference on that play.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. And here comes the offense on second down. Looking to fire. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete to the left. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Fires to the tight end. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Flames will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Kinsey. They go to the wide receiver screen. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to throw it. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure. They're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the 4th quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
Back to pass on second down. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Give to the back. Look out, he's got room. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Offense trying to keep them off balance on 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
This is an area of the game on offense you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. With yet another unranked team taking down a ranked opponent, does a portal help level this out a little bit where it's really difficult to know which team should be ranked in the first place?
I think the portal certainly helps. At the end of the day, though, they just wanted it more today, and that win is going to help recruiting. It's going to help their confidence moving forward. I know this, David. Every team on the rest of their schedule, they're now taking account and notice of this team.
And I completely agree. Like, you start to build momentum, and then momentum helps you find more guys in the portal and helps high school recruiting. So big ranked win today. And hey, who knows? Maybe this gets them in the rankings in the near future.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.